Let's take a look at Ellie Connell's cover request. When Ellie selects for her shift approved event to become a cover request, the system is actually smart enough to gather all the employees who are approved to work the same position as Ellie, filters out the employees already scheduled to work at this time, and then takes the remaining pool of employees and emails and text messages them simultaneously to help find a replacement for Ellie. As we can observe, Kyle Jackson is an employee working the same position as Ellie. And let's say Kyle's messaging preference is set for him to receive text messages. When Ellie makes the cover request, Kyle would then get a message to his phone that says, "A cover request for Ellie Connell on Thursday, June 14th from 11 to 4 o'clock, and then at the bottom of the message it would say, "Reply 1 to make a shift request." Armed with the knowledge that the system wouldn't have sent Kyle this message if he was already on the schedule at this time, Kyle can simply reply to this message with a number 1 and click send, and the system will make a shift request for him. The key aspect here is that Kyle doesn't have to be at a computer to volunteer for this shift. At a minimum, he just has to have a cell phone. Now after Kyle makes a shift request, the manager in charge of this position or department would receive a message, and let's say their preference is set to get emails on their smartphone. The manager would receive an email that says a shift request has been made from Ellie Connell to Kyle Jackson, parenthesis, how many hours will Kyle be at on the schedule this week if this shift is transferred to him, the details about the date and time of this shift and for which position it is for, and then at the bottom of the message it would say reply 1 to approve this transfer. Again, it's important to note that the manager doesn't have to be at a computer at this time. At a minimum, they just have to have a cell phone. If a manager doesn't want to transfer a shift to an employee because of the hours they'll be at or a different reason, they simply do nothing and wait for another employee to volunteer. When the manager is ready to approve a shift request, they reply to the message they were sent with a number 1 and click send, and the system approves the transfer for them. Once approved by a manager, a confirmation message is sent to both employees, letting them know who is approved to have this shift off and now who is responsible for picking it up. Once the cover is approved, everything is time-stamped and recorded to avoid any confusion or for later review.